What is up, McManus and fam? We are back with another video. We've got UFC Fight Night Manel Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi this Saturday. I'm still recovering from the White House card, but we're going to break this entire thing down, start to finish, starting with the very first fight of the night, which is Shane Collins versus Otari Tanzalovi. I was practicing how to say that before this started. I know it says Shane Collins is that's not true. He's 7-0. So what's tough about this is none of these guys have a win in the UFC. Tanzalovi, he lost in the Contender Series to Masasa. It's like Josias Masasa, the dude who Colby Thickness beat at that Olberg Reyes card. Um, yeah, I'm picking Shane Collins just because of the things that I've seen from Otari haven't been my favorite things that I've seen. You know, because also that dude was strictly beating, you know, jobbers from Georgia FC. Like, if you're just chinning a bunch of absolute nobodies from bars and stuff like that and coal miners for a year, and you're like, bro, I'm 10 and 0, bring me to the UFC, and then you lose your on the Contender Series, and that's that. Like, I don't know, but Shane Collins at the same time, he's chinning people on Uriah Faber's A1 combat. Like, he's just chinning people. He's chinning jobbers here, you know. I believe he became a champion on the regional scene as well. But I just think that from what I saw from the Tanzalovi fight on the Contender Series, is that I think if this dude can't just bomb you out cold, because a lot of his knockouts take place in the first or early second round. Minus one, he had one that was in the third. Like, dude is a power puncher. I'll give him that. He can absolutely throw bombs. Again, these guys are like jobbers, though. That's the thing, is these guys are absolute schmoes, you know. So I'm just gonna go with Shane Collins. I'm gonna say Shane Collins by decision. I don't think that I would if anything. Dude, I don't know. It's tricky because I have not a lot of information to go off of on both of these guys. I mean Shane Collins is literally Slenderman maxing. I don't know. He's morph suit maxing. So I'm just gonna pick Shane Collins by decision, just because of what I saw of Tanzalovi in the UFC. I wasn't like a big fan of. Let's move up the card. Carla Rosa versus Luana Santos. Carla Rosa, damn bro, she looks. I'm not even gonna finish that. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm gonna pick Luana Santos. Excuse me, I've just burped. Just thinking about this. She's coming off two really good wins. I think the Melissa Croden win is very good, and I also think that the Lisboa win has not aged great, but at the same time, like, she was on like a little bit of a run. Um, and losing to, what was that chick's name, Casey O'Neill. That's not terrible because she's still kind of on a little run. She just knocked out Fernandez or whoever the hell that lady was. Um, she's faced just higher level competition. Carla Rosa, she lost to Aline Perez. Aline Perez absolutely, and Aldana also put a pace on her. And so I think Luana Santos is going to be able to. I don't want to say just like spam takedowns and just hug against the cage and just spam like that the whole time, but it's a pot. Oh, I'm yawning just thinking about a chick fight. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Um, I just think that yes, Luana Santos is more of a name, but she's also 26 years old and has faced extremely high level competition in the women's bantamweight division. So I think Carla Rosa, yes, she's 31, and she's not like, I'm not washed. I'm not washed. I'm not washed. Huh, I'm not washed. Um, I just think that Luana Santos has beat more proven people. Maybe that's a crazy take, but I rate the Melissa Croden win. Um, not suit. She was on like a crazy KO streak, and that gets stopped, and then the Lisboa win as well. She was on another huge streak, um, and then she gets put out. So, but then again, you know, anything can happen. It's women's MMA. I really don't care that much. If it's not like a championship level fight, I really don't care that much. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick Luana Santos by decision. Moving up the card, Leon Shabazian versus Levin Chakole. First of all, what? Dude, this is like you just walked into the bathroom and caught him playing with himself. Why is this the photo? Why is it black and white? Why is this photo black and white? Yes, this is the brother of Edmund Shabazian. Why is that the photo they took? That is literally like they took your foams and they're taking pictures of you with your foams. Um that I mean that's ridiculous. I think I'm gonna pick Levin to win this one, man. I'm picking Levin to win this one. Shabazian, he's just on tough enough. You know, he's getting slimed out. Every time he's losing, he's getting knocked out. He's on a big submission streak right now. I can't tell you any of these dudes' names. He was on the contender series and got absolutely slimed out by Phil Rowe. Phil Rowe, that dude sucks, you know? That dude is terrible. Um, maybe he's not that. I mean, John Paul Labaziani, that dude's an absolute badass. But Chocolate at least is in Bellator, you know? He's sliming people out in Bellator. You know, yeah, he was, you know, he has lost a submission. That is not great, but I mean, he's sliming a hell of people out, and in Bellator, he knocked somebody out, knocking people out. He's got 11 TKOs, man. He's got 11 TKOs. 11 of his wins are TKOs, and he has 14 wins. So Shabazian, who four of his all four of his losses are from TKOs. I think if he can't get the takedown, then he's just gonna get slimed. You know. Again, I have like nothing to go off of for both of these guys. I haven't been able to find a ton of stuff on these dudes. When I'm watching tape, I just have like Dana White's contender series of Leon Shabazian getting slimed. It's like, all right, great. So, dude, this fight night low key is the prelims and some of these fights in here are absolutely terrible, man. Coming off of one of the greatest cards of all time, it's okay to have a weak card. The main event is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to talk about the main event because I actually have things I can talk about. A lot of these fights I really don't know what to tell you when we've got they just robbed me for my foams versus, you know, TBD, bro. Shit, bro, my glitching, bro. I haven't even loaded in yet. I'm picking leaving by TKO. I'm moving up because I know these guys. I know Mike Oswald Jr. and Gaston Bolaños. Dude, Ilya Taporia, welcome back. Already, welcome back. He does look like a. This is Uptoro. This is literally Ilya Uptoro. I'm picking Michael Oswald Jr. I'm picking Michael Oswald Jr. You know, bringing the fight to Luke Riley and, you know, not getting slimed out by him and actually fighting a really good fight there. And knocking out Lucas Almeida. I don't. That's not that bad. You know, Bolanos, yes, he got absolutely slimed by Marcus McGee. Shout out Marcus McGee, big man. And then the Quang Lee getting submitted by Quang Lee. So, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Every time he's losing, he's getting finished. That's not true. He actually had a split decision with some bum in Bellator. But I think Michael Oswald is way more proven. Yes, he's a win one, lose one fighter. He fought Yair Deval and Fury? That's crazy. That's actually wild. Huh, you don't say. Um, you know, the Bogdan Grad fight being a split decision on Contender Series. And then coming back and fighting Pelagioki immediately. And, you know, as buns as that dude is, you know, I mean, he gets slimed out so much. Still, man, this is tough because I just think Michael Oswald Jr., especially that last Luke Riley fight of, you know, fighting this boogeyman and actually bringing the fight to him. I think he's gonna win, man. I think I'm picking Michael Oswald Jr. and I think he's gonna knock out Gaston Bolaños in the second round. I think that's what's gonna happen, man. I think I'm gonna pick a second round TKO for Michael Oswald Jr. I think that last fight against Luke Riley plus the Lucas Almeida fight that that looks really good to me. You know, I rate that loss pretty high, not getting slimed. Um, and Gaston Bolaños is low-key not that good. So let's move up the card. Alan Nascimento versus Mitch Raposo. Mitch Raposo, man, come on now. Come on now. I'm picking Alan Nascimento to win this fight. And I think it might be. Ooh, do I want to say sub? because Mitropozo, you know, loses to what was it Andre Lima, loses to Sumerdaji, and then just beat Azat Maxim, who I didn't think that guy's buns, bro. That guy's he's not buns, but he's not very good. He's really not good. He's just like he's a Kazakh merchant, if you know what I mean. Um, so I don't want to say Mitropozo is like a schlub, but I do think that Alan Ascamento submitting Cody Durden, beating Rafael Filo, Carlos Hernandez submission, you know, the Tagir Olembekov fight, it was close. It was a split decision. It was very close. And look what I'm not gonna glaze the gooch just yet, but you know, I just rate Alan Nascimento a lot higher, so I think that he's gonna get the sub in the first round. I think I'm gonna go with first round submission by Alan Nascimento over Mitropozo. Yeah, man, I just think Mitropozo. I'm sorry, man, your time has come. Let's move on the card. Yes, it's a chick fight. I'm already yawning. I'm picking Bia Mesquita over Melissa Mullins. Bia Mesquita is really, really, really good. She has insane grappling and is an absolutely insane BJJ artist in the UFC. I think she's a crazy prospect. And I think she's going to submit Melissa Mullins in the first round. I'm picking Bia Mesquita by round one submission. She is so good. And Melissa Mullins, Zheleznyakova beat her. That fight was terrible. No, that fight wasn't that bad. I'm thinking of a different Zheleznyakova fight, but that fight was not good. And then getting slimed out by Nora Conorle or whatever that chick's name is, who is also really bad. Um, you know, congrats you've knocked out. She knocked out. She knocked out Zheleznyakova too. That's crazy. You knocked out Claudia Schigler. That chick just that looked like she looked like Hello Neighbor. It's like that's crazy that fight night. Neil Magny, Carlos Pratas fight night, man. Now I'm just reminiscing over the good old times. Um, yeah, I'm picking Bia Mosquito round one submission. She's just that good on the ground. I don't really have anything else I really need to say. I think Bia Mosquito is super good. She's goaded. I'm picking her to win this fight. And I just see that there's a blood moon going on in my Terraria server right now, and I've been killed. Moving up the card, Andre Lima versus Kevin Borjas. I am picking. What are the odds on this? Wow. Andre Lima is that favored? That's crazy. I am picking Andre Lima to win this one. I mean, I think I'm going to go by decision. Can I say that? Minus 700 favorite. That's insane. Yes, he's undefeated prospect. I think I can either see him either getting the submission or. Dude, last time he fought was on Marvin Vettori versus Dolidze 2. How do you not do a trilogy? Kevin Borjas is really not great. Sumadarji lost. Joshua Van absolutely beat his ass. Alessandro Costa beat his ass. And he just got knocked out by Emmanuel Rodriguez. And that fight was actually crazy. Borjas does have sneaky power, though. That is the thing. He has sneaky power. Rodriguez, he almost knocked out. Joshua Van, was that, No. I was thinking of a different fight. He has sneaky power, but I think I don't know. I think Andre Lima's this is a good test for him. I might be crazy to say that. Um yeah, man. I mean, oof. I'm looking at the record, you know, gets a good win in the Contender Series, gets a DQ win, then beats Mitch Raposo, Makachev Poirier card. A lot of those guys who are on the Makachev Poirier card are on this fight card as well. Um, Gets a win over Felipe Dos Santos, and then just beat Daniel Barres, um, who just lost to Luis Garule. I remember that. I think Andre Lima's gonna win this one. I think I'm just gonna go with decision, man. I think I'm just gonna say decision. Um, Maybe I'm crazy to say that, but I think I'm just gonna go by decision. Maybe a submission. He's just coming off a submission win, so that's not like a crazy thing to say. But I think I'm gonna go with Andre Lima by decision over Kevin Borjas. But Kevin Borjas does have sneaky power, so I'm not gonna totally count him out of this because he does have sneaky little power. But I'm gonna move up the card. Main card time. Vinicius Oliveira versus Andre Fili. I really wish that the Giga Chikadze fight did actually happen because I think that fight would have been really interesting. Um, but I think this fight is a lot closer than people think, man. Andre Touchy Feely, man, he's a tricky guy. He is a tricky guy. He had a really good fight with Jose Delgado just a little bit ago. Um, and the Cub Swanson fight, yes, he got slammed out by Danny Ige, but I don't. He's a win-one lose-one fighter, so that he is legitimately a win-one lose-one fighter. So that means he's gonna win this fight. Um, Vinicius is kind of like he was a size bully at bantamweight. He really was like a size and stature bully to these guys who are not very good. Um, he beat Sopaj, Ricky Simone, Saeed Nurmagomedov, Kyler Phillips. Like that's Kyler Phillips, a Charles Jourdain victim, a Rob Font victim. It's like that's one of your best wins. I mean, I would rate the Ricky Simone win fairly higher than that. I actually think Ricky Simone's pretty good. So, um, inside Nurmagomedov fight, that's Bryce Mitchell did it too. It's not a big deal. Um, but I just think that fighting somebody now moving up a weight class, you're not gonna have that size advantage. This Andre Fili has size over you, so I think this is a trickier fight to predict. If anything, maybe he will show us like, yeah, I can actually perform fine at this weight class because I know the weight cut was a big thing, especially against Mario Batista, was a big problem going into it. So I just think, I mean, picking Andre Fili here wouldn't be crazy. I think I'm gonna pick like a Vinicius Oliveira by like a decision, like a close decision. But I wouldn't be, especially because Andre Fili's taking this kind of on short notice. He hasn't had a full total camp for this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Vinicius by decision. Um, I just think that, especially he's now at a size disadvantage. I think I'm very interested to see how he fights at featherweight. Because I don't think he is all that. Um, moving up the card. Whoo boy, how do I say this? Melsik Bagsadarian versus Murtazali Magomedov. I'm going Magomedov on this one. Not because he is a Magomedov name merchant, but because this dude is 100% finish rate, 5 submissions, 5 TKOs. And this Melsik just got slammed out by John Silva. John Silva is very good, obviously. And that was a long time ago. Wow, that was February 2025. And the guys he's beaten, aren't all that. Half of these guys we haven't seen since. So yes, I know Magomedov is coming in from a different organization, but I'm gonna pick him to get a knockout in the first round. I think I'm gonna go first round KO by Magomedov, Murtazali Magomedov. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna pick a cheeky little Magomedov TKO first round. Um, yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion that this guy is actually gonna be really good. Call me crazy because also the fight on the contender series, that slime out was that was crazy against um that Mexican guy Zerker, I think his name was, who was on like a crazy finish streak and then just got absolutely starched by him. So I think that, yeah, man. I know he's wearing the N1 shorts, but still, I'm picking him to win this one by TKO in the first round. Moving up the card. Hyder Emil versus Christian Rodriguez. I'm picking Christian Rodriguez, man. I know that looked bad. I just scrolled down and looked at the odds. I want to see what they were. I'm picking Christian Rodriguez. Hyder Emil is 36. He got knocked out in 26 seconds by Jose Delgado at UFC 317. I witnessed that and went, oh, wow. And Jamal Emmers beat the brakes off of him. You know, Christian Rodriguez, this is like losing to a Michael Zelacosta and an Andre Fili and a Juliana Rosa isn't, or Juliana Rosa, that's not like an Eisen Bulgarian win. I think Eisen Bulgarian's solid. I think that's a solid win. Um, in the fight against Michael Zelacosta, he was having success in the grappling, having success in that fight. He still lost, but he had success in that fight. And Hyder Emil is not that good. Mill is not all that. I'm going to pick Christian Rodriguez to win this one by decision. I think that he's going to be able to put a pace on Mill. I mean, can he find a finish? Yes, this dude is 36 years old, but he's only been knocked out once, and he just lost. He only has 2 losses on his resume. That doesn't sound right. And one of them was in 26 seconds, and the other one was a 3-round fight where he just got his ass beat. So it's like, I think Christian Rodriguez can find success there. Um, and, win a close decision, maybe. Um, yeah, I think he's going to be able to win a decision, man. Going off the Mike Acosta fight, um, and the Andre Fili fight, the Andre Fili one was very close. It was very, very close. And Michael Zolcosta fight, he was putting a pace on Michael Zolcosta for a little bit, you know. So I think I'm gonna pick him. He's got a reach advantage, but he's got a height disadvantage. He's just got stubby legs, long arms. That's okay. I'm picking Christian Rodriguez by decision. I think. I don't. Hyder Mill. I'm sorry, bro. Moving up the card, Ion Cutelaba versus Navajo Sterling. I'm going Navajo Sterling by vintage decision. I think I'm going to go a vintage Navajo Sterling decision. I know he just picked up a good finish over what was that bloke's name at the Perth card? Or no, it wasn't the Perth. It was the Adesanya Piper card. It was Bruno Lopez. Just knocked him out. But I think that we're going to get like a good decision win. But at the same time, Cutelaba is such a tricky guy because he wins fights he should lose and loses fights he should win. You know, I thought that Bukowskis was going to beat him. I thought I'm sorry. I thought he was going to beat Bukowskis, and I thought that Omar Sy was going to beat him. I thought that Ivo Aslan was going to beat him. He submits him. It's like, but I think Navajo Sterling is going to win this one by like a classic CKB kickboxing esque decision where he kind of kicks at range, jabs at range, keeps his range, stuffs the takedowns, and Navajo Sterling does have really good anti wrestling using that he can use if Kutalaba does go for a takedown or something because we know he probably will shoot a panic takedown or something. But yeah, excuse me, I'm gonna go with Navajo Sterling to win this one by like a vintage decision, like we're used to him seeing. I could see him picking up a finish maybe in this late second round, but um, yeah, I just think that we're we will we will see something. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with, man. I'm gonna go with a Navajo Sterling win by decision. Decision. Now, something that I'm really excited to talk about. This main event is so good. Manel Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi. This main event is so good. This main event is so good. Um, I am really excited for this fight, and I'm picking Kyoji Horiguchi. I think I'm gonna pick Kyoji Horiguchi by decision. Listen, Manel Kape is on an absolute tear right now. The Makayev loss, obviously, but then knocking out, Bruno Silva, knocking out Jesus Samabayev, and then finishing Brandon Royval that quickly in the first round was crazy. He's on a crazy tear right now. But Kyoji Horiguchi is on arguably not a better like resume wise, but this dude is on a mythical run. Yes, somehow he has a Patchy Mix loss on his resume here. But this dude's only loss in the UFC is to Demetrius Johnson in 2015. That is crazy. That is crazy. Um, but I think, listen, Manel Kape has power. Titty Boy has crazy power. This is something we all know. We all know he has insane power. We all know that his straight left and that right looping punch is an absolute killer. That is a killer. But I do think that Horiguchi has shown us that he has levels everywhere. The Tagir Ulanbekov fight, he won that fight everywhere. And he proved us against Amir Albazi that he can. You mean to stay at range and strike and just win a decision? Great, I'll do it. The Ulanbekov fight, he showed us I will win a fight any way possible. Like I will win however I need to. If I need to win by submission, I can win by submission. I can win by KO if I want. I don't think he has more power than Manel Kape, but I do think he has more tricks. He's got a deeper bag of tricks. Horiguchi can win on the ground if he needs to. I think that he would have a grappling advantage against Manel Kopp. Um, but I just think, excuse me, I gotta drink water. I'm talking too much. I think he is smart enough and his game plan is good enough against a Manel Kopp where he knows, okay, this guy's a power puncher. This guy's gonna blitz in. He does it every single time, where he blitzes in straight left and then the right looping hand. He's gonna blitz in every time. Horiguchi just has a play at range. Play at range. Get a takedown. Get some ground and pound. You know, get flipped over. Get up. Whatever. Horiguchi can win this fight by decision, and I think he will. I know this is a rematch. He submitted Manel Kopp a long time ago, but that was like a baby Manel Kopp. Manel Kopp is arguably in his prime right now, and I am worried because I don't want to see Manel Kopp fight my Go Joshua Van. I don't want to see Manel Kopp fight the Go Pantoja. Um, I think that whoever wins this fight, no questions asked, is fighting whoever wins the Pantoja Van rematch, which I hope is Joshua Van because I obviously am Joshua Van Glazer and I love Joshua Van and I think that he can be Pantoja. Um, and I think that Horiguchi is going to be the one to do it. I think Horiguchi is going to be the one to do it. He is really good, man. Horiguchi is really good. Having a slight reach advantage is that's very interesting. But Manel Kopp, proved us against Royval. It doesn't matter if you're 5 feet taller than me and you're 3 cup sizes smaller than me. I will still knock you out. So I'm going with Horiguchi by decision, man. I just think he's got a deeper bag of tricks than Manel Kopp. I don't know if Manel Kopp is ready for, but I'm really excited for this fight, and I'm excited to see how it goes. I am really excited to see how it goes. I'm picking Horiguchi. I love the Gooch. I love Horiguchi. This dude is goated. I love him. I love him. I love him. So I picked Horiguchi, Navajo Sterling, Christian Rodriguez, Magomedov, Vinicius Oliveira, Andre Lima, Bia Mesquita, Alan Nascimento, Michael Aswell Jr., Levin Chacoli, Luana Santos, and Shane Collins. Um, yeah, yeah, sorry. I just got back from camping, so I'm very tired. But this video is longer than I thought it was. Uh, Shout out to the one dude who unsubscribed. Fuck you. See you. Bye.